Anime production committees. While they allow many anime to be funded and, well, made, many of them are also cheapskates, resulting in... But perhaps Japan's most infamous production committee controversy was when an anime director who made a hidden gem blow up got fired. He literally succeeded and got fired! This is director Tatsuki. While he sounds and is Japanese, he actually grew up in Kenya. Upon returning to Japan, he worked at Sunrise for a while, but then went freelance. And as the internet was starting to become a thing, he took the unconventional path of making CG on Nico Nico, a huge Japanese video sharing site, like Japanese YouTube. He did this under his doujin group, Idodori, and just did CG for everything he liked. Eventually, a man, Fukuhara, who was just wanting to enter anime production, found Tatsuki's work on Nico Nico. He found it extremely impressive and proceeded to DM him on Twitter, the two eventually meeting at Comiket. Fukuhara immediately knew he wanted this man on his team. So eventually, the two, and I think some other people, founded the anime studio, Yaoyorozu. The studio made a few small shows, but then they were given a piece of garbage that Tatsuki managed to mold into diamond. Kemono Friends. Kemono Friends actually originated as a multimedia project. The franchise was meant to have a gacha game, an anime, and a manga. The gacha game was launched in 2015 by Nexon Games and was a catastrophic failure. The game literally shut down in a year. You've probably never even heard of it. At the time, the franchise was effectively dead. I mean, the production committee, comprised of some investors, a major one being Kadokawa, I assume picked Yaoyorozu, a new inexperienced studio, to save on costs. And the anime was even releasing after the game had already died. Some people even thought they were just finishing it for legal contract obligations. Others never knew it even existed. But maybe because of this, Tatsuki had the opportunity to show off his artistic style and was given a lot of creative freedom, and boom did the show go. Kemono Friends aired and reactions were first mixed. The show used CGI, which isn't exactly popular with anime fans, and the story is simple, almost like it was a kid's show, but by the 4th episode, people were hooked. I mean, really hooked. I haven't watched the show myself, but it seems like the show was a kind of therapy for stressed adults, and many of them broke down crying to a kid's show. The show also had insane spammable memeability, with fans spamming "Sugoi! Tadoshi!" online. Yes, the pre-TikTok brain rot. I love Pakistan! I will sacrifice my life for Pakistan! And also, the show apparently had some pretty hidden post-apocalyptic lore. Anyway, the point is, the show that most people brushed aside as low-quality trash of the season was suddenly blowing up like no tomorrow. Like on Nico Nico, you can actually officially watch anime, and Kemono Friends Episode 1 became the most viewed anime episode of all time there, like above Attack on Titan and such. The OP was topping charts. They even had zoo collabs. Lollies and animals together scare me. Something important to note is, Tatsuki wasn't just the director of this anime. He also led the writing and scripting. This was his heart and soul. As a way to thank fans for their overwhelming support, Tatsuki even made a special episode 12.1 short and uploaded it to his YouTube and Nico Nico channel as a hobby. It was clear that he loved the project. Only a few months later in July, Season 2 was officially announced and fans celebrated. Until September happened. 9/25. Tatsuki suddenly posted on Twitter, "Suddenly, it has been decided that I will be leaving the Kemono Friends anime. It seems to be an order from Kadokawa. I'm sorry. I am also very disappointed. There wasn't even a reason, and so fans were enraged." Tatsuki was literally the one that turned Season 1 from a supposed abandoned piece of garbage into a viral hit. The tweet got a few 100,000 likes and retweets immediately, and fans protested as director Tatsuki trended #1 on Twitter worldwide. They even made a change.org petition for Tatsuki to come back, which got over 50k signatures. Conveniently, there was actually an official scheduled livestream 2 days later. Like, this was planned before any of the controversy and was supposed to be about the anime and stuff. Instead, the livestream started with the voice actresses apologizing for the trouble. This, again, enraged fans because the voice actresses have absolutely nothing to do with the controversy. They're not the ones choosing Season 2's director. Fans thought Kadokawa was just trying to use the seiyuu as a shield, directing anger at the seiyuu and somehow trying to let the situation die down. Fans were absolutely furious, and throughout the livestream, the Niku Niku live comments was pure chaos. Everyone hating on Kadokawa. Seeing the rage online, the production committee was pressured into releasing an official announcement that very night. They justified the situation by saying that Yaoyorozu engaged in work usage without prior reporting or consultation with related parties. They said that they told Yaoyorozu to adhere to stricter reporting protocols for Season 2, but Yaoyorozu declined and therefore withdrew from the project themselves. Fans were mad and confused, particularly because Tatsuki's tweet stated that Kadokawa removed him, but then the production committee is claiming that Tatsuki chose to leave? This was contradictory. There was also much contention on what the work usage without prior reporting or consultation with related parties was referring to. People speculated that it was either one of the collab vids, the episode 12.1, or the fan book that Tatsuki sold at Comiket. Regardless, people were furious, and a week later on October 3rd, the executive director of Kadokawa was forced to make a statement. He said that he recognized Tatsuki's achievements and stated that there was a big gap in opinions on copyright, and that they would further discuss with Yaoyorozu what to do onwards. Fukuhara also affirmed that talks were going on behind the scenes. Then there was radio silence for about 2.5 months, but on December 27th, Fukuhara announced that Yaoyorozu was indeed going to be removed for Season 2. He firmly claimed that all materials they produced were reported to the committee, and some were even requested by the committee themselves. He even stated that the Comiket fanbook was done with approval from the original creator of the series. He said that he was confused what the committee was so upset about and was disappointed that these works were being used as grounds to remove them somehow. So basically, this studio got removed for doing a good job? For loving the series? They literally brought a dead franchise to virality, and you thought firing them would help you? Who the fuck is making these dumbass decisions? Like, okay, I don't think they're doing anything without permission, at least according to Fukuhara, but even if they were, wouldn't it still be in your benefit to keep them? You think fans would like a Season 2 after this? Does this goddamn anime production committee even understand anime fans? Season 1 actually won several awards, like the Anime of the Year at the Tokyo Anime Awards Festival 2018, and the Best Dramatic Presentation Awards in the 49th Seiyun Awards, where Tatsuki was explicitly credited. But funnily enough, some Japanese fans found that the official Kemono Friends website and Twitter never posted about these. Like, no celebration or acknowledgement or anything. Bro. So what happened to Kemono Friends after that? We don't even have to get to the release of Season 2 for the shit show to start. In July 2018, Kemono Friends Season 2 voice actor auditions got in trouble for unauthorized use of scripts. That's literally what they fired Tatsuki for, and they proceed to do this. What? But no, it gets worse. Tatsuki spoke out on this incident and revealed that the production committee never even paid him a single dollar for the script fees and script royalties for Season 1. What the fuck? That's fucked up. The production committee had a TV Tokyo representative respond. TV Tokyo was also part of the committee, and said, "Bro, we have a contract. It's confidential." That's it. It ends there. No one said anything anymore, but I do wonder what the resolution and truth was. Well, okay, that aside, Season 2, how did that go? Yeah, I'm sure nobody saw that coming, huh? Season 2 was a shit show. Another studio produced it and fans hated it. It broke records. In the opposite direction, the final episode of Season 2 got a 2.6% positive rating on Nico Nico, the absolute lowest an anime episode has ever gotten in history. For some perspective, the finale of Season 1 got a 98.2% positive rating. Again, I haven't watched it, but it seems like fans say the show just lost its soul. The world building and emotional moments just weren't the same, and the show somehow even felt incomplete. There was actually actually even a controversy where the producer of TV Tokyo was bashing the season 2 haters and even allegedly made an alt on Twitter to bash Tatsuki. You can't make this shit up. On the opposite side of the spectrum, Tatsuki went on to produce the TV anime Kemono Friends with his team, and this anime was super highly praised, with Nico Nico scores surpassing even Kemono Friends, and Blu-ray sales topping charts, highlighting that yes, Tatsuki is him, and season 1 succeeded because of him. What does this story tell us? Corporate greed can be stupid sometimes. Technically, it's unclear who was in the right and wrong in the end regarding the whole copyright thing. Although personally, I definitely trust Tatsuki more than the production committee. Like, so many anime have fucking gone wrong because of the fucking production committee. But even from a monetary perspective, they could have had season 2 be another viral banger if they just sorted out their problems and got Yaoyorozu and Tatsuki. But nope. There were people speculating that it could have been people fighting over the licensing, and I personally even wonder if Yaoyorozu was charging more money for season 2 because they made season 1 blow up. But who knows? We'll never know the full story. Still, he made the show go from dirt to diamond. Why would you fire him? Are you stupid? Or just greedy? Or just... Special thanks to Vicente Pagani and all my other patrons and members for supporting the channel.